season right around the corner. And something intriguing to talk about will be the Vanderbilt Commodores, and was last year a fluke. So you take it back to 2023. The Commodores went 2-10, 0-8 in conference in 2023. All right, they go into the transfer portal. They get this, I don't know what to call him, but a game-changing quarterback in Pavia, right? Diego Pavia come in 2024. They go 7-6, make a bowl game, and you be like, oh snap, what's really going on? Maybe Vanderbilt is something to be reckoned with. And in this 2024 season, let's check it out. They beat Virginia Tech, Alcorn State, lose to Georgia State, lose to Missouri by 3 in 2 overtimes, a game that they should have won. They beat number 1 ranked Alabama. They beat Kentucky. They beat Ball State. They lose to number 5 Texas in a game where Diego had a few crucial turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over when you're playing a good team like that. They go and beat Auburn. They lose to South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee. Then they go and they play Georgia Tech in the bowl game and beat them 35-27. But just the year before they went and got this Diego Pavia, they went 0-8 in conference, 2-10 overall. The only 2 wins they won was Hawaii and Alabama A&M. 35-28 against Hawaii, 47-13 Alabama A&M. They lost every single game in conference, all right? But easily in 24, they won some crucial games, had some games that they should have won, but they lost because of mistakes, because of turnovers, because of I won on the prize. But I come to ask you guys today, do you think that the Vanderbilt Commodores are a joke, or is Lee turning this program around? We would have never in a million years thought Vanderbilt would beat the number 1 team in the country. That shocked everybody. And then you go to win 3 straight. So, in order to answer this question, I had to go do a little research. Diego Pavia is coming back. Okay. Most of everybody that has not graduated is coming back besides a few players. You got defensive lineman Demarion Thomas. He started all 13 games for the Commodores. He had 34 total tackles and a sack. So he decided to go ahead and move on. But the Commodores were able to add a transfer from Alabama, edge Canoe Knott, former top 100 recruit in the class of 2021. Now he's going to be able to add that pass rush for the Commodores that they're losing with that defensive lineman in Demarion Thomas, with him leaving. And they added some transfers for sure, because their whole offensive line gone. I don't think it's one offensive lineman coming back. I think most of them graduated. Here we go. So Vanderbilt also loses offensive line starters Stephen Hubbard, Stephen Losoya, and Xavier Castillo this offseason, as all 3 will run out of eligibility. So that means that they only got 2 remaining starters coming back. 2. So they had to hit the portal hard with offensive linemen. And we all know how it is in today's game. Offensive linemen coming in is you got to learn no offense. You don't know how to go because, these players have not played together. They have not gelled together. They don't know each other the way these guys that maybe just left did. So you ask yourself, is Vanderbilt the team that could feed off the transfer portal like other teams, like a Alabama or an LSU, Georgia, Ohio State? Can the Commodores feed off that? And I don't know if you guys have watched the SEC show on Netflix. I have. I've been watching it. And head coach for Vanderbilt is a coach I would love to play for. This coach gets you ready for any game on any given day. Doesn't matter the opponent, doesn't matter the playing field, doesn't matter the rankings. This coach gets Vanderbilt ready every single Saturday night, every single Saturday period. And this quarterback, Diego Pavia, is a game changer. To me, reminds me a lot of a Baker Mayfield. Fearless, gunslinger, put it all on his shoulders, and let's go to work kind of guy. That's the kind of quarterback that the Vanderbilt Commodores have. And as a football team, you want a fearless person like that at quarterback. And they have it with Diego Pavia. They got the running back, but funny story about that. Their leading rusher is not even the running back, it's Diego Pavia, who had 800 rushing yards last year. Yes, correct. 800 rushing yards. So, with that, if we go by the stats, all right, Diego Pavia didn't really throw the ball, didn't throw the ball crazy. Threw the ball 22,293 passing yards, 800 rushing yards. Leading receiver was Eli Stowers, the tight end, 638 receiving yards. Diego completed 59% of his passes, almost 60%, 20 TDs, only 4 interceptions. He was sacked 18 times. Pavia threw for 20 touchdowns, ran for 8. So he had a total of 28 touchdowns himself. Leading receiver, Eli Stowers, 49 receptions, 638 yards, 5 TDs. The next in line was Junior Short, 29 receptions, 411, 3 TDs. Quincy Skinner, 29 receptions, 367 receiving yards, 3 TDs. So, and also, what do he have coming back in 2025? He has, of course, Diego Pavia. He has their running back, Cedric Alexander, coming back. Go to the receiving room. You got wide receiver, Junior. He's coming back. You got the tight end, Eli Stowers. He's coming back. So you got guys who played with Diego coming back to Vanderbilt. But was this mean Vanderbilt can make a jump forward? Or was last year just some freak of nature that happened with Vanderbilt? Because let's not forget, even though Vanderbilt beat those key opponents in Alabama, in Kentucky, in Auburn, they still lost games to who? Missouri, Georgia State, Texas, South Carolina, LSU, and Tennessee. Even though a lot of those, I know for a fact, the Texas game was just a play away. The LSU game was just a play away. Now Tennessee handled them pretty good, and South Carolina handled them pretty good. But those other ones, they handled business. So is Vanderbilt no longer the joke of the SEC? Read up the schedule. First game, Charleston Southern. Play Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech. Then they go to number 13, South Carolina. Play Georgia State. Play Utah State. At Alabama. At number 8, Alabama. At home versus number 9, LSU. At home against Missouri. At number 1, Texas. At home against Auburn. At home against Kentucky. And at Tennessee, number 24, Tennessee, and number 1, Texas. Could this be another, as last year, 3-5 in conference, 7-6 overall? I think that if they got mostly everybody coming back, I think Vanderbilt, you can no longer laugh at Vanderbilt, because last year they proved to you we're no longer the laughing stocks of the SEC. Because if you look at the rankings, last year the Commodores finished 12th in the conference, tied with the Arkansas Razorbacks, but above Oklahoma, Auburn, Kentucky, and Mississippi. And like I said, we all know they could have beat Texas, could have beat LSU. They beat A&M. Come on. Like, I think Vanderbilt actually has a chance to prove themselves to be worthy and maybe can be in that top spot in the SEC. But we just like Vanderbilt got better, so did Florida, so did South Carolina, so did LSU. But I just want to say, what do you think? I think they got a lot of guys coming back next year. These guys that stayed just got a year better in the system, a year better playing the game. They just got a year better overall. I think you got to watch out for Vanderbilt next year. I think Vanderbilt once again may ruffle some feathers, and I don't think Vanderbilt is a one-hit wonder. I think this coach is rising up Vanderbilt. Not saying they're going to be number 1 in the SEC. Could it happen? Possibly. But I do think Vanderbilt is no longer going to be laughing stocks in the SEC. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. I'm a Razorback for life. I ain't never going to go against my Hogs. But At the same time, I talk sports, and Vanderbilt Commodores to me made a statement last year, almost beating two top five teams. Almost beating two top five teams, and they did beat Bama, which was number one. Then they almost beat the Longhorns. I think at the time was the Longhorns number five then, number five at the time. So they almost beat two top five teams. I think Vanderbilt can make a run next year. I think Vanderbilt can beat some more opponents next year. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. You think Vanderbilt is here to stay, or last year was a fluke?